Hello students, this is part 4 of the chapter 1 Introduction to Accounting. In this, we learn bookkeeping, accounting and accountancy, advantage of accountancy, limitation of accountancy, qualitative characteristics of accounting information and role of accounting. First we will discuss bookkeeping, accounting and accountancy. These three were considered as the synonym of each other, but there is a fundamental difference amongst bookkeeping, accounting and accountancy. So bookkeeping, according to J.R. Bartley Boy and according to R.N. Carter, is only the dealing with the transaction and how those transactions should be recorded in the books of account. R.N. Carter says that only the transactions which result in transfer of money will be recorded. So here we can say that it includes the 4 activities. First of all, identifying the transactions of financial nature amongst so many transactions in the business. Second is measuring the identified transaction in terms of money, यानी जो हमने transactions देखे हैं उनको अब हमें monetary term में measure करना है कि this particular transactions has this much money's worth. Next, we have to record those identified transactions in the books of original entry, and then we need to classify them into ledger. This is a routine and clerical in nature and can be performed by the person with limited knowledge. Second, we have accounting, where bookkeeping ends at that point accounting starts, यानी ledger के बाद का जो process है that will come under accounting, that is summarizing the classified transaction, analyzing and interpreting the result and communicate the information to interested parties. So in summarizing, after preparing ledger, we prepare trial balance, profit and loss account and balance sheet for summarization of all the accounting transactions. After this, we will draw the meaningful information from profit and loss account and balance sheet. Means the main information which is basically needed to the third party or needed to the parties of the interested users, that information we will analyze and then we will communicate, interpret or highlight those things. Last is communicate. So after doing the analysis and interpretation, we need to communicate or deliver those information to the end users. So we can say that accountant's work goes beyond that of bookkeeper. जहाँ पे bookkeeper का काम खत्म हो रहा है, at that time accountant's work start, and this was prepared periodically, basically at the end of per year. Next we have accountancy. So accountancy is a systematic knowledge of accounting concerned with the principle and techniques which are applied in accounting. It means how to record, how to prepare books of account, how to summarize, how to communicate it to the interested party. It gives us guideline about these actions. It refers to the entire body of theory and practice of accounting. It tells us that how we can maintain our accounts and how these accounts can be converted as a beneficial information to the interested users. So हम जो भी चीज़ें अकाउंट में कर रहे हैं, यानी हम अकाउंट्स जिस तरीके से प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं, हम अकाउंट्स को जिस तरीके से मेंटेन कर रहे हैं, उसको जो मेंटेन करने का तरीका है वो तरीका हमें अकाउंटेंसी से पता चलता है. इट मीन्स अकाउंटेंसी गाइड्स अस फॉर accounting and bookkeeping. So we can say that bookkeeping is a very narrow concept, then the little broad concept is accounting and the broader concept is accountancy, where these two, bookkeeping and accountancy, lies. Now we will learn advantages or uses of accounting. First of all, it is helpful in management of business. It helpful in planning that what will be the future cost, what will be the future expenses, and how whatever target we have achieved this year, how that target can be grow in the next year. Next is helpful in decision making, that how much cost we can fix for the product and how much discount we can offer to our customer. This kind of decision can be taken with the help of accounting information, because whatever we require to take the decision of selling price or decision of discount is provided by the accounts. Next, helpful in controlling, management would like to see the cost incurred is reasonable, and that no department is overspending. Accounting provides the information to management in this regard. So if management is finding out that there is excess cost is spending somewhere, management can control those costs. Is provide the complete and systematic record at each and every record is prepared on periodic basis. It means day by day record you can get from the accounts, and which helps to understand or to provide, which helps to provide the true picture of all the business activities to the business entity. Next is information regarding profit and loss. Accounting reports which we are presenting at the end of every year on periodic basis, that gives the true and fair value of profit and loss to the management. If with the help of that, business can disclose that whether that is earning profit or loss. Next, we have information regarding financial position. With the help of balance sheet, we can understand what is the financial position of the company, as we can understand that with the status, with the living standards of a person, that what will be the financial position of the company. In the same way, with the assets and liabilities of a business, we can determine the financial position. Next, it enables comparative study, means with the help of accounts you can compare the position of your firm with the other competitive firms. Agar if suppose two students are there who are close competitor to each other, so with the marks they can identify that they can compare each other. In the same way, firms also compare with each other with their competitor firms with the help of accounting record. Next, it is helpful in assessment of tax liability. Tax is imposed on the income, and with the help of such records we can know what is the income of the firm and how much tax can be levied on that firm. So this is treated as evidence of the income of the firm. These accounting records also act as evidence in legal matters, like if you have the conflict with your customer or with any of the third party, with your investors, with your end users, you can represent your accounts as an evidence in the court. Next, it facilitates sales of business. Business is entity is being sold. If you are selling out the entire business, आप अपना पूरा business ही बेच रहे हो, at that time it is useful to determine the purchase price of the business for the third party or for the purchaser. Next, we have it is helpful in raising loans. With the help of accounting information, we can ask for the loans to the financial institutions. Before sanctioning any loan, financial institution asks for the accounts so that they can analyze the income of the firm and sanction or approve your loan. Next, it is helpful in partnership accounts. Accounting records provide all the information needed at the time of admission of the partner, at the time of retirement of the partner, at the time of disclosure of a firm. यानी फर्म से कोई भी पार्टनर आ रहा है, फर्म से जा रहा है, आप फर्म बंद कर रहे हो, फर्म से रिलेटेड कोई भी चीज़ गुडविल अगर आप वैल्यूड कर रहे हो तो आप अपने अकाउंटिंग इंफॉर्मेशन के बेसिस पर ये सारी चीज़ें ईजिली कर सकते हो. नेक्स्ट, इट इज हेल्पफुल इन प्रिवेंशन एंड डिटेक्शन ऑफ एरर्स एंड फ्रॉड्स, बिकॉज ईजिली यू कैन डिटरमाइन frauds and errors in accounting with the help of accounting information. Now we will learn the limitation of accounting. First is it is influenced by personal judgment. If I want something, how to calculate, how to give discount, how to depreciate machinery, few things are there which can be influenced by the personal judgment, and on the basis of those personal judgment the result may differ. So this is the one of the limitation of accounting. Second is it is based on accounting concept and convictions. Basically, there are number of accounting concepts and convictions. Hence, the profitability and the financial position disclosed by the firm may not be realistic. For example, if assets are shown in the balance sheet according to the historical cost concept, it means fixed एसेट्स जो भी है हमारी वो उस कॉस्ट पर शो हो रही है जो कि जिस रेट पे हमने खरीदा था. ऑन द अदर हैंड वी नो दैट द कॉस्ट ऑफ बिल्डिंग, कॉस्ट ऑफ लैंड एवरी डे इंक्रीजेस. तो हमारी जो कॉस्ट है हम प्रीवियस बहुत पुरानी कॉस्ट दिखा रहे हैं, जबकि आज जो रियल में जो उसकी कॉस्ट है वो बुक वैल्यू से बहुत ज़्यादा होगी. सो इन दैट सेंस दे माइट बी not provide you the real information. Next is accounting sometimes provide you incomplete information because the actual profit or loss of the business can be known only when the business is closed down. मतलब हम वर्किंग होते हुए बिजनेस के प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस को बिल्कुल फेयरली नहीं शो कर पाते, क्योंकि काफ़ी सारी लाइबिलिटीज़ ऐसी होती है जो हमने पे नहीं की होती है, या काफ़ी सारे एक्सपेंसेस ऐसे होते हैं जो अभी तक इनकर्ड ही नहीं हुए, यानी होने हैं लेकिन अभी तक हमने उन्हें जनरेट नहीं किया है और हमारे माइंड में है होने हैं, बट जब तक हम उसे जनरेट नहीं करेंगे वो अकाउंटिंग रिकॉर्ड में नहीं आएगा, और जब तक वो रिकॉर्ड में नहीं आएगा तो हम उसको शो, उसके जो पोजीशंस हैं, जो प्रॉपर एंड फेयर कंडीशन ऑफ द बिजनेस है वो नहीं शो कर सकते. नेक्स्ट इज इट इज़ बेस्ड ऑन इट इज़ ओमिशन ऑफ qualitative informations. Yani accounting contains only those information which can be expressed in term of money. Qualitative aspect of business units are completely omitted from the books of account. It means if a manager is developing a new product, workers were efficient, and firm has sanctioned firm has added so many customers, that kind of record is missing from the business. Next we have it is based on historical cost, as we have discussed the same example within second point also. So the same, if things were recorded on original cost, how can we figure out the financial position of the current price level? So it will definitely not show you the true financial position of the business. Suppose business is showing a building costing 2 lakh, and that is the cost of the building 10 years back when business has purchased, but now the cost of that same building is 20 crore, but business has recorded only 2 lakh. That is historical cost concept, and because of this we are unable to see the actual and fair position of the business. Next is it is affected by window dressing. This term I have highlighted because this is an important question, that what do you mean by window dressing. So stock window dressing means the overvaluation or undervaluation, means the practice of manipulating accounts, so, is known as window dressing. Sometimes the transactions at the end were not recorded, or sometimes the stock or any another item is overvalued. That will manipulate the financial position, and decision taken on the basis of that kind of financial position will not be beneficial for the firm. Next is unsuitable for forecasting. Financial accounts are only a record of past events. So, and we know that the current environment is dynamic. So, you can't predict the futures. You can't predict anything with the help of these accounts, because the continuous changes take place in the demand of product, policies adopted by the firm, the position of the competitors. So, such as financial analysis is based on the past events may not be much used for forecasting. हम उसे बहुत ज़्यादा broader sense में forecast नहीं कर सकते, but we can learn from our mistakes, and we cannot afford the repetition of those mistakes in future, so that we will increase or we will grow the firm in a positive direction.